Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are fine. In today's session, I am going to start first unit, that is family. Today I would like to explain you a reading, that is The Tattered Blanket. Before going to start the lesson, I would like to say one thing. While watching my video, please open your textbook also. Whenever I read the lesson, you also read along with me and write down the meanings for all the hard words so that it becomes easier for you to understand the lesson. Shall I start the lesson? Yes. So what's our first unit? It is family. So I think you know the meaning of family. For example, if I ask you the question that how many members are there in your family? So answer might be like 4, 5, 6, right? Most of you people are living with your parents. Maybe few people are living with even grandparents also. That means in a family we can observe grandparents, parents and children. Of course, children means here you, your brothers or sisters. Am I right, children? Not only that, even you also know that families can be divided into two types. They are categorized into two types, right? One is joint family and another one is nuclear family. But children, today I would like to explain you few more things about the family. Children, really this unit, the total unit, the 3 readings, really very heart touching. So I would just like to mention few things here. If you observe the meaning from the dictionary, the definition of the family from dictionary, it is like a group of people who share common ancestors. Ancestors means the previous people, the parents. So who share common parents is generally referred as a family. That means there will be blood relationship among the people who lives in the same family. But according to me, having blood relationship is not at all enough. Yes, it's not at all enough to just have a blood relationship. Then what is important? Love, affection, caring, bond, those are important. Unfortunately, we are missing them in present days. So the present lesson is also about the broken relationships among the family. So this has been one of the reason for the increase in the old age homes. So nowadays we can see so many old age homes. Old age homes means it's like place where the old people generally lives who are not having their children, or who are not the children who are not taking care of their parents. Generally they lives in the old age homes. So that is one of the reason. The present lesson also shows the relationship between the mother and her child, her son. It shows the selfishness of the son. Children, just I would like to say one more thing. For example, for the last 6 months you are staying at home. Have you ever observed your parents? Please observe your parents once. Look at your mother once. What is she doing from morning to night? What is she not doing? She is doing everything for you. She is getting everything, whatever you want, within few minutes. Is it true or not, children? Look at your father. See, children, we are all going through this pandemic situation. Really, it's very hard for us to pull on, but still, your parents, your mother is taking care of the entire house, and your father is whatever he can do for the family, he is doing. So, if you observe them, you can know how many sacrifices they are doing for you people. In return, what are they expecting from you people? Just they are expecting that you will study and you'll get some good name, or you'll reach the highest position in your life. Apart from that, are they expecting anything from you? No. So if you study well, is that going to be beneficial for your parents or for yourself? Obviously, it will be beneficial for you only. Just look at your mother once, whether she is eating or not, how much work she is doing every day. Maybe some of your parents are working women also. So just look at them. How are they managing both the things? And just ask them once. So some of your parents may are in good position now, but ask them once. Is it easy to get that position? What they have done to reach their goals? How many difficulties they have faced in their life? Just ask them. So your parents always they're trying to give each and everything to you. If they say no to anything, just think about your parents. Why are they saying no? But don't argue with them. So this much, everything, they're doing everything for you. Then what's your responsibility in future? So once you grown up, what are you going to do? Are you going to leave them in old age homes? How can you leave them? At present, they are sacrificing their life for you people. Then how can you leave them in old age homes once you grown up? Is it correct? It's not correct. And of course, children, what is happening in general at present? The children, so maybe they are going to abroad, they are for the job purpose, they are living in faraway places. Yes, of course, that is correct. You have to stay away from them. But what you have to do? You have to take care of them. Call them regularly and visit them regularly. If you don't call or if you don't visit them, how can they feel? At that age, how can they feel? How can they live like that? So the present lesson exactly shows the same situation. So really very heart-touching story, children. So just I would like to say all these things. So take care of your parents once you grown up. Look after them. That's very, very important. Then there will be the perfect meaning for the family. Is it clear, children? Yes. So as we already know that there are two types of family. One is joint family and another one is nuclear family. Open the book, textbook, and look at the page number 2. So there you can observe two pictures. Just observe the pictures once. So first picture represents here nuclear family and the second picture represents the joint family. Just answer the questions, children, once. What do you observe in the pictures? So as I already told you, first picture represents nuclear family and the second picture represents joint family. What type of families do we find in our present society and why? So in our present society, we find nuclear families. What is the reason for that? Yes, because of the job or for other reasons. For several reasons, all the people started living separately. So that's the reason for nuclear family, the growth in the nuclear families in present society. Right? And which family do you like? Why? So it's completely up to you, children. You can write your own opinion here. So if you like nuclear family, you can write about that, or else if you like joint family, you can write about joint family. But children, if you live in joint family, there will be so many benefits. So you can have lot of members in your family, you can share each and everything with them, and you can get the support from your family and all. But unfortunately, nowadays we can find only nuclear family. So that question is completely up to you, children. So according to you, what do you think? You can write that answer. So children, today's homework is copy these 3 questions in your homework book and write the answers. Is it clear, children? So shall we go to the lesson? Let me start the lesson. So here the lesson is what? The tattered blanket. The tattered. Tattered means torn. Tattered means torn. Okay. So if a cloth, when it is said to be tattered, if it is torn in a very bad manner, we can't use that. If it is having so many holes, if it is torn in a bad manner, then that is called to be a tattered cloth. Okay. So if it is torn in a bad manner, very bad manner, and we can't use that, then that is called as tattered blanket. So here tattered is an adjective. Tattered is an adjective. Blanket is noun. That's why as it is describing the noun, tattered comes under an adjective. So here this tattered blanket is compared with the broken relationships. The tattered blanket is compared with the broken relationships. So after completion of the lesson, you can understand very easily what exactly the meaning of the tattered blanket. Okay, now just let me just have a quick insight of the author of the lesson. So the writer of the lesson is Kamala Das, and this lesson, the story originally written in Malayalam and has been translated into English by Sharif. So this lesson was written by Kamala Das and was translated into English by Sharif. Just have a quick look about the author. So Kamala Das, she was born in the year 1932 and she was died in the year 2009. She is the daughter of the famous Malayalam poet Balamani Amma and V.M. Nair. She is an internationally known poet, short story writer and novelist who writes effortlessly both in English and Malayalam. So she wrote all the stories very effortlessly. She can write very effortlessly, very easily. She can write the stories and all very easily. She can write both in Malayalam and English. She has received many awards for her literary work. Some of them are Asian Poetry Prize, Kent Award for English Writing from Asian countries, Asian World Prize, Sahitya Academy Award, and Vailar Ramavarma Sahitya Award. So that is about the author Kamala Das. And one more thing is children, Kamala Das is a feminist. Feminist means who works for the rights of the women. Who works for the rights of the women. Actually, in her real life itself, she faced a lot of criticism being born as a woman. So this is one more important thing, children, always respect women. Don't try to discourage them. Always encourage them. So being faced with criticism from her own life itself, she became like a feminist and she started working on fighting for the women's rights of the women. So in almost all her writings, we can observe the sufferings of the women in the society. How generally the women are being put down by the people, how they are dominated by others. So because of that, how the women are suffering. So about all that you can observe generally in her writings. Okay, so this lesson is also about a mother who suffered a lot in her life, who has been neglected by her son. Shall we start the lesson? Yes, just open the textbook and see. Open the page number 3. When he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car and got down at the gate, his mother, who was lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. So when he arrived, here he means son. Here he means who? The son. Okay, so the son arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside. Countryside means, you know the meaning, right? In 7th class you got it. Countryside means rural side, village. Okay, so in his office car and got down at the gate. So one man, so this is the description of the person. Okay, so who went to his house. Okay, so you can look at The same thing in the picture. Just observe the picture once. So there was a person who got off the car, and he was trying to go into the house. So when he arrived unexpectedly, so this person arrived unexpectedly. Unexpectedly means all of a sudden, without any intimation. Nobody knows about his arrival. And these people, so to whom you can observe here, they are living in countryside. So he got off his car, in his office car, and got down at the gate. His mother, who was lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. Futile means unsuccessful. Futile means unsuccessful attempt. So in the picture, children, you can observe three persons. One is old woman, and next to her you can observe another woman, and there was a person. So this person was coming to home unexpectedly, and he got off the car, and by listening that sound, his mother, so that old lady, she was asking that, she observed that, and she wanted to see who has come. She wanted to see who has come. That's why she wanted to got up from the armchair. She was lying in an armchair. Armchair means, you can observe in the picture. So this is called as an armchair. So which is generally used by the old people for the relaxation. Okay. So she heard the noise and she thought that somebody is coming to house. Okay. She wanted to see who is it. Okay. That's why she wanted to get up from the chair, but she couldn't. As she was very old, she couldn't. So she made the futile attempt. That means unsuccessful attempt. Is it clear, children? So one day, unexpectedly, one man came to this old lady's house. Okay, so his visit was completely unexpected. Nobody knows about that. No prior intimation. Okay, next let us see what happened. Kamala, there is somebody at the gate, she said. Somebody is in a car? So Kamala. So who is Kamala? The lady next to this old lady is Kamala. So the old lady is talking to Kamala. Kamala, there is somebody at the gate, she said. Somebody is in car. So just go and look at once, Kamala. Somebody came. Somebody is in car. Kamala, her eldest daughter, a widow, who was sitting huddled up in the tinna on the veranda, her head and ears covered with a thin bath towel, got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate, and screwing up her eyes, peered into the darkness. So Kamala, her eldest daughter. So who is she? Kamala is her daughter. So the old lady, you can observe here, right? And Kamala is her daughter. The two eldest daughter. And she is a widow. Widow means a woman who has lost her husband. It's often refers as a widow. So she is a widow and she was sitting huddled up. Huddled. Huddled means held arms and legs close because of cold. So in case of cold, what do you do generally in winters? If it is very cool, what do you do generally? We sit like this. So that is called as what? Huddled. So she was sitting huddled up on the tinna. Tinna means like elevated place or raised platform. So we can observe right in front of the house, generally the raised platform. Okay, so people used to sit there. That is called as tinna. On the veranda. So veranda means the open place in front of the house. Her head and ears covered with a thin bath towel. So if you look at Kamala in the picture, so you can observe that her ears and head completely covered with a thin bath towel. And she is totally in white. If you observe very closely, she is in white as she is a widow She is completely in white and her ears and head was completely covered with a thin bath towel. Okay, so this is a description of the daughter, and she got up reluctantly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. So she got up unwillingly. She don't want to go and see. But as her mother was saying to see, just check once, she got up reluctantly and walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness. Screwing up. Screwing up means narrowing eyes. Screwing up means narrowing eyes. So just she walked towards the gate very slowly and screwing up her eyes. Screwing up means narrowing the eyes. See, sometimes if you are not able to see properly, what do you see? Just observing very closely, right? That is called as screwing up the eyes. Okay, that is peered into the darkness. See, you can observe in the picture itself, it was very dark, right? So as it was dark, she was not able to see very clearly. That's why she just screwed her eyes to see who came to their house. Is it clear, children? So I'm going to end today's session. So tomorrow just I will continue the lesson. Just I would like to say once. So there are three characters actually in this lesson. You can observe in the picture. One is old lady. Another one is, we already know the name, Kamala, the old lady's eldest daughter, and one man came to their house. So who is that man, why he came, we can just see in the coming session. Okay, just let me explain you once. So one day this old lady and Kamala, both of them were sitting in veranda. Then suddenly they heard some noise, some sound, and they thought that somebody came to their house in a car. So the old lady wants to get up and see, but she couldn't as she was old. So she asked her daughter Kamala to go and check. So Kamala is a widow and she is in white. She had completely covered her head and eyes, ears with a thin bath towel. So she went towards the gate very slowly and started screwing up her eyes, which appeared into the darkness. So we'll continue in the tomorrow session. Please do your homework and just send the screenshots to ma'am. Thank you.